my volume so neither one of us can outscream each other.
I'm gonna still try.
I want you to, actually.
Oh, yes, let's go.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Coven Conversations. I have with me my amazing friend, hilarious fellow streamer, and Sidequest community member, Ty Screams with me, and I'm so excited. How are you doing, Ty?
I'm doing so well. How are you doing?
I'm so, okay, so let me just explain to you the level of excitement I have felt. I am so excited to talk to you one-on-one because you were one of the people in the team Sidequest who, like, legitimately I bonded with, like, instantly.
Yes, you as well. Literally,
I
as soon as you were like, hey, I'm looking for people for
Yes.
Coven Conversations. I was like, hello, me.
Hello.
Me, please.
I could not wait to talk to you because I feel like we've talked, you know, like obviously with the group and with like privately, but like we've never sat one-on-one without playing games, just together. I'm like, oh my God, I can't. I'm so excited.
Or we try to play a game and it just becomes too chaotic that we're like, we're just not gonna play the game anymore.
So what Ty is talking about when we played Phasmophobia.
Yes.
Literally the best, honestly, the best game of Phasmophobia ever. And we started that cock thing, okay? I've seen other people try to, we were the first to ever make that cock joke, the big cock, okay?
We were the first of the cock.
First to the cock. Okay. So basically, also, did we play Among Us together too? I think we did once with the group, with the side quest.
Yeah, maybe like quickly. I only played for a few games with Sidequest.
Yeah, I've only done one because I murdered everybody and felt so guilty. I was like, I'm never doing this again. I hated everything.
Okay, well.
I'm like, I can't. It hurt. Honestly, Among Us makes me feel terrible. I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's hard. It's a hard game. Have you tried the new one though? Like the First Class Trouble? Oh,
no, what's that?
It's like a 3D version of Among Us, but it's like a maximum of 6 people.
What?
And it's like super fun, and so you're like running around like like a cruise ship in space, and basically you're like there's 2 imposters that are trying to kill everyone.
Interesting. Wait, is it a knockoff of Among Us or an extension of Among Us?
It's like a completely different game. It's not a knockoff. I would say it's like completely separate, but it's so much fun. So much fun.
No, I have not. I have honestly not seen it. But like, I will. And by the way, after that game of Phasmophobia, I've never played again.
Oh my God, I don't think I've played since. Actually,
it ruined it for me. Like, it will never be as funny. It will never be as much fun. Like, the only person I'd play with again is you because we had the same level of like silliness with it, and we were very mismatched. We were playing with Tuatha and Penny, and they were very serious, and we were like,
and I was like,
big cock.
Let me take this cock and run. Like,
it was my favorite, and I just thought the whole time I was like, I felt like we were 2 kids in class that like could not keep our shit together. It was the best thing. It was the
100%. I loved it.
I loved it too. It was one of my favorite clips too. When you're just like, if you've played Phasmophobia, you're like standing in a truck, and Ty just comes around the corner holding this giant, huge cock, like CAULK, and I'm like, and there's silence, and I go, Ty, what are you holding? He goes, I'm holding my cock.
It was just so good.
Like, how dare you be that funny?
What else was I supposed to say? Like, what else was I supposed to say?
The audacity of you to be so witty and funny and amazing. Like, get away from me.
I will. Talk about how like iconic you are.
Can you shut up? If you even start right now, I already warned everybody.
Listen to me right now. I will yell at you.
I'm obsessed with you. Like, I already warned everybody in my community. I was like, this is gonna be absolute madness because you are literally, legitimately one of the only people I'm like, yes, we can go toe to toe on energy,
100%.
On screaming, on hype. Like, you can, yes.
Straight up think that you are the only person that may scream the same amount, if not more than me. Just saying.
But your screams are so much better because mine are like shrill and deafening, and yours are like adorable and charming. And I'm like, ah, and like I make gremlin noises.
What adorable! I like full body shake and like fall off camera.
Yeah,
Like,
but you're like talented and like amazing and funny.
okay,
And
wait
you
a
wear all
minute.
these, you have a
No,
wig closet. You have a wig closet dedicated to stream. Did you hear that correctly?
I
Wig
do.
closet.
It's behind me.
Like, get away from me. I love that.
I have like 20 wigs.
Okay, which is your favorite?
My favorite is one that we named Tasty Peach after Tasty Peach Studios on
Yes.
Sidequest.
Yes.
Because when Riss was added to the team, I went to her website and I was like, oh my God, there you have, like, she has wigs on here. So I went and I saw one. I was like, I need this one. It's like a cotton candy like wig.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
It's so beautiful, and it's like it's so soft, and it's so it's so amazing.
Why, talking about wigs, did you make me want to like get a wig? I've never worn a wig. I don't even know how to put them on. I'm like, I have to do this now.
Well,
You made it sound romantic.
It's like a hat. You just put it on like a hat.
No, but like, don't you have to have some like? There's like a lace thing. And you have to like.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to like keep your hair back, like you can put like a wig cap on. Like if I'm gonna be wearing like one wig for a long time, I'll just put a wig cap on. But you know, you can do it without the wig cap. That's what I do, especially because I'm switching wigs all the time.
I know,
like, I usually just don't put a wig cap on.
I just love that for you, though. I love that you have a wig closet. Honestly, a wig closet theme song? Shut up.
Yes,
No, you don't.
I also have that. I
Can
can't
I
play it
hear
right
it?
now. I can.
Damn it.
Yeah, I don't have it like connected through my microphone right now.
Okay,
but,
I forgive you. We will need to have this sent to us because we're gonna have an hour of complimenting each other. But for real though, because I
100%.
think I know a lot about you, but I actually don't know how you first got into streaming. So like, how'd you get to here, baby?
Yeah. Okay. So that's a great question. So basically,
So cute. You're like, look at you doing it.
So I very much, it's actually funny because wigs tie into this. It was at the beginning of COVID. So it was, yeah, so I didn't start streaming until May of last year. So I just celebrated 1 year of streaming.
No way.
Yeah, but
I had no idea.
yeah, and so basically what happened was through March was like when like everything started shutting down. We sort of figured our stuff out. April, I started getting a little like antsy and like I have a lot of energy. What am I gonna do with it? So
Yeah.
I had one wig that I used for like a Halloween costume for a while, and I destroyed it. It was so bad. I took that wig and I like Sharpied the roots of it so like it looked like it was like I don't know what
Oh
I
my
was doing.
God.
Yeah, the entire
wig desecration.
It was so bad. And then I like braided the entire thing and boiled it so that like it would come out curly. And so that it comes out the first wig, which we call am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Okay, so we call it the shitter wig because it is like a shit wig. It is so bad, so disgusting. So after that, we were like, okay, let's find other ways.
Not the Sharpie on the roots, and then you boiled it.
Yeah,
oh my God.
because if you braid it and then you boil, it's like a really cheap way to curl the wig. You braid it and then you boil it, especially if it's synthetic, or not boil it, but you like put hot water on it and then like.
Who was the first person who's like, you know what? Let me boil my wig. Like, I want to meet them.
I don't.
Like, I want to meet them. I was like, you know what?
Me
This
too.
is the way to do this right now.
Honestly, I don't even know if it was right. I just did it, and it worked. It worked.
Oh my God,
sort
a
of.
new
It
hobby.
was terrible,
Oh my
awful.
God.
We literally call it the shitter wig because it's so bad. And so we were like, me and my husband were like, let's find a way to sort of like rework this energy into different places instead of destroying wigs.
Yeah. Like making a wig soup.
Yeah, seriously, making a wig soup in our bathtub. And so I was like, okay, let me like I've always wanted to like explore streaming. Let me try it. Like, you know.
Did you know about Twitch before?
I did because I'm really good friends with Drag Trashly here on Twitch. And so I sort of knew about Twitch through Trashly. And so I was like, oh, you know what? I want to try it. Like, it'll use a lot of my skill sets because, like, in college, like, I did some like live video production and
Oh,
stuff like
wow.
that. So I was like, okay, let me try this. Let me see if I can do it. Absolutely fell in love. So May, I
Mhm.
sort of like got myself set up, figuring out my stream. It was a very rough setup. And then in June, I started doing
These
charity
ghosts
for
are
Trevor
made for
Project, like for the
haunting,
Twitch,
and that's
like
just what.
full, like, Twitch site wide, raising money,
Mhm.
like charity event, and I just have been doing charity work since, and which is a lot of fun. So every
Well,
month we
first
have a
of
different
all,
charity. Yeah.
that is like I had no idea. First of all, I knew, like, I just congratulated on your 1 year, but for some reason, my brain didn't process that you've only been doing this for a year. And it was like, there's no way. Like, there's just no way. Because you have the air about you that you've been doing it for years. I would have, like,
Okay,
not.
well, like, wait, like, pause. Like, I mean, I sort of. I mean, I just like I have a lot of like background experience that sort of
Mhm.
helps me out.
Yeah.
So like my day job is a software engineer, so I'm like
Mhm.
with technology all the time. I
Yeah.
have, a background with like video editing, video production, like a lot of that stuff. So like I have a knowledge of it,
Yeah.
and it was just using those skills in like not so much like like a hobby sort of.
Yeah.
Like what can I felt like those skills were just going to waste, and so I'm glad I could
Well,
use them.
what I think is really cool is that you took the skill sets that you had and you actually made them like applicable to something that you're like, you know what? This is very happening right now. A lot of people found Twitch during the pandemic and you're like, let me immerse myself and use your skills, and you really did a great job. Your stream is so high quality. Like your Shelley Duvall, like all the edits you have, like everything that you do, it's so well done. It seems so high caliber that like most people that have only been streaming a year, they're like not to that point. And also, you have a similar personality to me, which is like you like talking and you're extroverted. And I feel like that also lends itself to streaming. So this was like a perfect combination for you. And I'm like still shocked that you've only been doing it a year. Like you make me, I'm like insecure. Like what the hell?
Oh
Like
my
you're
God,
so
don't be
good.
insecure.
Like
I
you're
mean,
so
okay.
amazing. You are
Well,
amazing. Also, what
well,
did you
thank
get your degree in?
Okay, well, I have two degrees actually.
Okay.
So I got my first degree, my first like bachelor's was in like um basically arts and technology.
Okay. Perfect
It's
for
like a
this too.
Yeah, perfect for this. And it was
Yeah.
pretty much like everything, like video production, like video
Mhm.
editing, sound editing. It
Wow.
was literally everything. And
Mhm.
then my second degree is computer science. So
Okay, so just a little side. My community knows this, but the one class that almost kept me out of med school was computer science.
gosh, for real.
Like literally
It could
worst
be
grade I got in my entire college career. It was like a C. Like I
I will
barely
be
got a C.
100% honest with you. I hated my college, like my computer science program. I
Did you
hated it
really?
so
Wait, then why
much.
did
But
you
like,
stick with it?
I already like I knew I knew I had to finish it in order to like get the job that I
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
And like I already had like the skills outside of it. Like I was already like learning like how to do the stuff. It was
Mhm.
just like literally the classes were a formality. And so I was like, okay. And not that I didn't learn anything. Like I really enjoyed like some of the projects I worked on and stuff like that. But it was just like sometimes I was sitting there like, okay,
Okay, I'm
okay,
gonna cry.
I hate this.
I think that seems like a common feeling because it seems like a lot of people take computer science classes, but they might not enjoy it. But the job, because it really is. I mean, computer science
Yeah.
is so, I mean, it's obviously an enormous part of our society now, but there
Mhm.
are so many subsets in computer science. So if you have that as your base degree, you could do so much with
You
it.
could do so
So
much.
did you get the job that you like initially wanted when you were in college? So it was worth it?
Yeah, so it was,
Okay.
yeah, so I basically, like,
It
I
all
got
worked
the job
out?
that I wanted.
Okay, good. Okay, so that will
So
give
it was
Sammy
worth
hope.
it, yeah.
So I feel like that's really interesting. And I think for some people who are maybe they don't have as much of a background that you do, but maybe like that is very inspiring. Like, hey, I have this extra energy, or like I really like talking to people, or I want to meet new people. Like streaming is not gatekeep. Like you can do it. You can try
Oh,
it. My only thing is it is very like tech heavy, and I
it
love
is.
that you do a segment on your stream that's like ask me questions, and that's again using your prior knowledge of stuff in your stream. So like I have a question for you.
Yeah, so what's up?
How do you get closed captioning working? Because it won't keep up
Yes.
with my voice.
Okay, I can absolutely. I will send you some links after the
Please.
podcast.
Okay.
And
Do you use closed captioning?
I do. So I have the
Okay.
closed captioning that's actually embedded, so it actually saves on the VOD too. So if anybody was
Oh.
rewatching it, they could actually still have closed captions.
Oh my. Okay. Well, you're so fancy. Like, I don't even know. Because, see, I tried closed captioning a while ago, and I kid you not, I would say, I talk very quickly, and it would not be able to keep up, and then it would say things I did not say. And I was like, but this was like 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
maybe the software has improved and
100%. Yeah.
okay. Because it used to be horrible.
Yeah, I would recommend that everybody uses closed captioning if you're able to. I think I heard somebody say it one time, it's better to be partially understood than not understood at all. So that's why
That's
I
a
like
good point.
really, yeah. So like I really just push everyone to use closed captioning whenever they can.
Honestly, I like subtitles even when I'm watching TV and movies. I
Yeah.
think it's so helpful. It gives another layer to like you can understand it better. And if you're somebody who just listening is only one component and you also need that like reading segment, it's really helpful. And would the closed captioning also like quote you too? Would it hear you and quote you or?
I think you would. We could talk about it. We can set it
Okay.
up. I can help you set it up so it would cut.
Do you
capture
guys
my
hear?
voice,
I
too.
have my own helper to help me because I am the least tech savvy streamer alive. I have a tech issue every stream and I'm like, I quit. I'm quitting because it's so confusing. And that's why I say there's people like you who are probably built for something like this. And then there are people like me who are just stumbling through and I'm like, if I show up, it'll be fine. As long as I show up, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
But
You just need a camera.
that's part of it. But my camera is a whole ass problem. Do you use a DSLR?
I don't. I use a Logitech Brio.
Okay, so I switched to a DSLR, and this bitch and I have a lot of animosity towards one another. She does not want to okay, Ty, let me explain to you what happened. Ready for this? You are not ready.
Yes.
For
I'm
someone
not ready,
who's
but
tech
I'm
savvy, you're gonna cry, okay? I turned my camera off. I spent 6 hours on my camera settings. 6 hours.
Jesus,
Turned my
okay.
computer off, and I took 1 day off of stream. So that meant she didn't get turned on for 4 days. And when I turned her back on, all my settings reset. Why? Tell me why. I don't know at all. And I was just like, you know what? Forget it. Just forget it. She'll look the way she looks, okay?
I don't know why they would reset.
Only would that happen to me. Only.
Yeah. Only would that happen to Miss Haley, Miss Poopwitch.
Miss Pooh. Okay. And also, today's a really big day. And I know that you're probably really excited as well. All the tags went live today.
Yes, they did. Okay. They did.
And I really wanted to talk to you about that because I know you were a huge advocate for all the tags. They released a ton, but especially the trans tag. I actually retweeted your tweet that was like the trans tag now. We also signed up for actually asking for it. So you identify as gay and you're married and you were one of those people that I feel like was in the Sidequest community too that was really speaking and trying to say like, hey, we need to identify not just one blanketed thing. We need to diversify. Everyone should be able to pick and choose what they feel like identifies them. And I wanted you to share how you feel today because Twitch finally listened.
It's so exciting. I am so excited that everybody gets to use their tags and sort of put their identity within their tags. And then people, can find each other using their own tags as well. Because like specifically within like the trans community, finding community and finding people that are like you is like the biggest thing in the world. So it's hard specifically within because we did have the LGBTQIA plus tag.
Right.
But even within that realm, that umbrella, there can be people that are like not safe spaces. And so that's why there was such a push for all of these different tags. And there was a push for the black tag. There was a push for the disabled tag. There was a push for the trans tag. I'm very excited that they added like 350 tags today.
I know. Amazing.
And it's just been so cool to see everybody like super excited and super happy. I do think that it is a little bit late and the user voice. So the way it worked was they somebody had put up a petition on user voice, which is Twitch's software to sort of track like inbound requests from Twitch users. So if you have an idea for Twitch, you can put it on user voice. People can like upvote it and comment on it and be like, hey, cool, like that's amazing. The trans tag request had over, I'm pretty sure it was over 12,000
It was,
like
yeah.
upvotes.
When I voted,
And
it was at like 9, and I was like, holy
yeah,
moly.
yeah, I voted at like 2,000, and I was like,
Wow.
wait, why is there like, it's so unbelievable that like there was so many people voting for it and commenting on it. Like I
Yeah.
have so many emails from people like commenting and vote. Like it was just unbelievable. And that they took so long, because even prior to this announcement, the last time we heard anything from them was like October or November
Right.
or something like that. It was like October, November, like 6 months ago was the last time that they were like, we're thinking about it.
Right.
And
And yeah, they
it was just,
waited very long time. They waited
yeah,
a very long time. It was I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the most voted tag request of all time.
yes.
And one of the things, and I wanted you to touch upon that, is that even when I retweeted the tweet and there was that viral tweet going on, a lot of people are like, oh, well, this will make it easier for bullies and trolls. And I have my opinion about that, but I wanted to share your opinion because I love your response to this.
Yes. So bullies and trolls happen regardless. Like I still get trolls and bullies and people that try to do anything they can to like bring you down
Right.
using just the LGBTQIA tag, or
Right.
people that like, if, even sometimes I forget to add it and I still get trolls. So like
Right.
I think that's trying to push like responsibility off of Twitch, being like, okay, we don't want to do this because like it'll give us responsibility to actually have to do something.
Right.
And like they should really be policing the usernames that are used, it like the ban requests that come through. Like if there's somebody's getting reported multiple times
Right.
for the same thing, like why are they still having an account,
Allowed.
or
Exactly.
being able to use the email that they used to create another account? Like it
Absolutely.
doesn't make sense. So like a lot of the thing is that people were like, Twitch itself was like, we just are worried that there's going to be more trolls and bullies that come in. But reality is that we're still getting them no
Right.
matter if we have the tags or not.
Right. It just
But
helps the people who
yeah,
identify as that finding each other
yes,
and
it's a more
knowing.
about
Right.
community. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that was I got a lot of people saying that, like, oh, well, we'll just allow trolls and harassment to be perpetuated easier. And I said, why should Twitch and streamers cater to the trolls and the bullies? Why should we be
Exactly.
like, oh, well, we're not going to give the people who actually are, the ones who aren't, the ones who are being bullied, we're not going to give them the community that they need. We're gonna protect the trolls. And I'm so
Exactly.
glad that they finally listened. And you're absolutely right. It took too long. They should have done
Yes.
it. And my feeling was, and this is sort of, I wonder again, especially from like a tech standpoint too. Why do you think Twitch doesn't try things in beta more often? Like, why not just try it out, see, like, give it like a 2 months, see, not about the trans track, but just things in general that we ask for, and give it a try and see. I'm not really talking about the trans tag or any of the tags because
Yeah.
those seem like they absolutely should have been done. But other
Yeah.
things, when like implementing things, what are your thoughts on that?
It's really, I think it comes down to how big Twitch is. Like, I do think they have some beta stuff, but they really only release it to like partners
Yeah.
or like a specific group of partners. Like I feel like with like the predictions or like the chants, they sort of like tried that as a beta run. But like, I would love to see that. Like, with how big Twitch has gotten, I'm
Yeah.
not like, I'm very surprised that they haven't been rolling out more features.
Yeah.
Like, more chat features and more, even pronouns for
Oh
chat.
yeah, that's yeah.
Like that would be amazing to have that. Like we
Amazing. And
have
that's such a
the
simple integration. Like it's such a simple
yeah.
integration because we already have badges next to names. We already have you have like the pronoun extension.
Yeah,
But
you
if
can use the
you
extension
but
and
it's
like, but
not
it doesn't
built
make
in.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work on mobile either. So
Yeah, and I would love to be able to like,
me too.
look at my phone and see what everybody's pronouns are. So like
Right.
it's just
And it makes things, honestly, I think for the people who are like, oh, well, I don't care, then it's fine for you not to care. But for some people, it's a fundamental aspect of how they feel comfortable and who they are, and they should have a right to not be misgendered and to be comfortable in their space. And I want to ask you a question because for me, and I've talked to you about this, listen, I'm almost 30. I'm married. I do question my sexuality to the point where like I'm like 99% sure I'm bi, but like I don't really know. I think that like if you put me in a room with Kristen Stewart, it would be done. I'd be like, good. Aiden who? Aiden fucking who?
Like, sorry, Aiden, gotta
like,
go.
Good, bye. But the thing is like, I don't use the bisexual tag because I don't know if I'd call myself that. I don't know. You know what I mean? So for me, I use ally. And I wanted to ask you about how some people said that there shouldn't be safe space or ally tags because everybody should be a safe space and an ally. And that is true. Everybody, in theory, on Twitch should be a safe space and an ally. But they're not. So I wanted to ask, do you think that people like me who are probably not going to use the bisexual tag because like, I don't know. I'm more like questioning, well, I mean,
100%, everybody's on their own journey. So don't ever feel like you are pressured to use any tag that you like. As soon as you're comfortable, you use whatever tag you would like. I love you.
No, sexuality is fluid, and I don't feel like personally 100%. I necessarily need to label, but like if someone, I mean, it's very confusing. I'm telling you, I'm almost 30 and I'm like, women, I don't know. It's so hard. Like, I don't know. Women are so amazing. Like, but you know, my question is, I'm using an ally tag. Should I? Do you feel like that's a good thing, bad thing? Tell me your thoughts.
I don't think it's good or bad. I just, when I think of an ally, it's not so much the tags you use. It's more about the space you cultivate. Right. So like I can go into a stream and if somebody can have an ally tag or say like no homophobia here or whatever. But if I go and sit in a stream and even lurk and like, it's clearly that they're using like homophobic language or transphobic language, that's not very much an ally or a safe space. So like I really do think that regardless of the tags that you use, I just think it's about the space you cultivate, and I think you do cultivate a really good inclusive space. I haven't really formed a full opinion on the ally tag yet.
Well, I felt like when I was originally using, before they unveiled, I don't know, the tags today, released the tags today. Way back when they first put the LGBTQIA tag, I was using it because I was a safe space. I was an ally. I wanted them to know they were safe. And then when there was an outcry that was like, allies should not use this. This is for people who identify. I stopped immediately and I never used it again. Now they have an ally tag and I'm like, okay, well, I still want people who do identify as those things to know it's safe. But it really, I mean, the truth of the matter is that narrative of like, well, everyone on Twitch should be a safe space. You're 100% right, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not. And
even like, I do want to say that like, even like specifically with like in white queer spaces, it cannot be sometimes it's not very much a safe space for people of color and stuff like that. So like, it's people can say they're making a safe space, but they are, maybe they're intentionally or unintentionally not making it by the language they use, by, the language they use, like all that stuff, the things that are happening on the stream, so stuff like that.
And I think that there's a lot of like, for me, I cannot imagine not being an inclusive community. I want people to feel their absolute 100% authentic selves, whatever that is to them. You live your life to the absolute utmost truth. I want you to love whoever you want. I accept any person of color. I want people to know that like, when you're here, I got you. And I feel like it's become a very divided thing, this ally tag and this safe space tag. But like, I am not a huge part of like streamer Twitter stuff because like I feel like I'm too old. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're all talking about, whatever. But like the thing is like there's people who also are disingenuous, so they pretend to be that way, and then like you find out behind the scenes that they're not that way. The thing is I feel like if you ever say a racial slur or a homophobic slur on your stream, then you should be banned. Like, there should be no
Yeah.
question. Like, I don't understand how it's against TOS. So I feel like
Yeah.
I don't understand. And I feel like that's why this divisiveness over the ally tag, safe space tag makes me not sure if I should use it or not. And I get confused and I don't know.
Yeah, I can get back to you on it.
Okay.
I
You
haven't,
mull it
really,
over.
Yeah, I'll mull it over.
Yeah.
I will, I'll do some of my own research because
Yeah.
I do understand the point of it. I do think it's good that they are trying to come up with a solution for it.
Right.
And it seems like when they made all of these tags, they did a lot of research. Like they contacted, GLAD and the Trevor Project and a lot of other companies like that to come up with a good group of tags.
Right. I agree with you. I think, we have to hold Twitch accountable.
100%.
But they should do things faster. Let's be serious.
Yes. Yes.
But they're trying. And that's to say something, man. Because, when you're talking about $1 billion company and you're talking about millions of streamers and millions upon millions of viewers.
Like even specifically affiliates. Like there's how many affiliates, which all affiliates are, making money for Twitch. So like it's very interesting that's why I say it's very interesting that they aren't rolling out new features faster. I feel like they've started to pick up speed. Like I think probably the pandemic was, hard for Twitch as well because I know that they have a headquarters in San Francisco and everybody reports to the office. And so like I'm sure it was difficult.
Yes.
Like they're not a remote company.
Right.
And so I think as soon as they figured out their stride, they started picking up speed, and I think it's good. I think it's great.
Right.
Like they brought out predictions and they brought out, chants and like all the stuff for, like all of the updates to the dashboard, which is amazing. So.
Yes. And I think that even just like how I think for like the first time ever, they allowed so many affiliates on the front page this month, which was really unheard of. Like when I first started streaming, affiliates weren't allowed on the front page, period. So like I was really taken aback. I was like, that is awesome. I was like, that's fantastic. And I think, they're still working on it. Like I saw right before I went live, and that's why it like stuck in my head. They have a tag it says disabled veteran and then just a veteran tag. And the streamer who posted it was like, I don't think that they should have differentiated it. Like if you're a veteran regardless of you're disabled. And then there was people in his comments saying, well, I want people to know that I'm also a disabled veteran. And he was like, but a veteran is a veteran, like whether you've been injured or not. So it's interesting how even though all these tags are being rolled out, there's still conversations that are happening. And it's not a period, 100%. Here you are, we're done. It's a stepping stone to keep improving and changing. And I think it's great.
I think it's great too. I want to make sure the conversation keeps going. We should be evaluating all these things. Like we can't just set something in stone and be like, all right, cool, we're done. Like we need to keep looking at it, making sure it's updated, all that stuff. Even stuff with like any sort of like workplace. If you keep doing the same thing and not updating anything, how do you know that your processes are going to be better? Type of thing. So.
And I think that that's like sort of how people like, some people give Twitch a really hard time and they give them like no slack, but you have to take into account they are a huge company. They are trying to roll things out and test things and whatever. And it should be going faster, but I do think that most companies this size don't care. Like, look at
they
YouTube.
Usually don't. They care. I mean, I do think that Twitch cares a lot about profits. And like,
oh, well, hell yeah.
Like, I do see that with like the choice to announce the hot tub streams before, like the hot tub category before the 350 like tags because like in the announcement of the hot tub stream category, they like straight up said that that advertisers would be able to not choose to, put their ads there, but that also means that people can choose to put their ads there. So like,
well, that's it. Well, you just hit the nail on the head, dude. Like you did.
Yeah, like Miller Lite's gonna come in and be like, a hot tub streams?
Hot tub streams? Yeah.
I'm gonna only there because all the men are gonna be there.
Exactly.
Until I start doing a hot tub stream.
Oh yeah, that would be the number one in the category. I will come and throw dollar bills at you. No, but seriously, the truth is that first of all, I was gonna bring this up because I was like, 100%. They rolled out the hot tub streams because people were actually pulling their ads when they did not know that they were going to be on those types of streams. So Twitch was losing money, and Twitch, you know, again, is a company at heart, and they go where the profit goes. So I completely understand when they did that. However, would you consider yourself primarily a just chatting or like more gaming? Like, how would you categorize yourself?
I would I'm more gaming. I try to play, I play more games. I usually start off stream with like a just chatting. It's really just us like hanging out, playing Stream Waiters and doing whatever. But then I usually hop into a game, whether it be Dead by Daylight or some sort of scary game.
Yeah,
sometimes
it's your
Animal
focus.
Crossing. Yeah.
So you don't play Mafia crossing them? Like
Mafia Crossing. It's a very rare occurrence that I play it because I usually play a lot of scary games. Hence Ty Screams.
Well, the thing is, so I would say I'm more of a just chatting streamer. I play games, but they are the back end. Like my stream is focusing on the talking part. And for me, I have no shade. If you want to be a hot tub streamer, you baby. Like
you do it.
You
Get
do
your
it.
Coin.
Hustle however you want. Like, I don't care. It's your body. It's your choice. You do what you want. However, my dad tried to find my stream, and he was like, "What is this place?" And I was like, "No, Dad, don't ever look for me like that. Like, don't." I'm getting red just talking about it. I was
like, tried to find your stream in the hot tub category?
No, this was before the hot tub category was there.
Oh, so he just like opened the front page.
And he was like, "My eyes!" I was like, "No." So,
I mean, I'm not sure he said my eyes. He might have said something
oh my God,
else,
Ty, you will make me barf. Like, don't you dare. My dad is not, like, I came out of the earth, okay? Like, I did not, my parents did not. Shut up. We're not talking about this. We're not going to talk about this during this podcast.
Okay, we're not going to.
But the thing is that for me, as a just chatting streamer primarily, I'm really grateful that they did make a category for hot tub streamers and beach streamers. Because also, just chatting should be a dumping ground for everything. It should be broken up into segments so that you can find other things and find things that make sense for you. Because, like my poor father... It was just like ass, right? Like he showed me the screen and there was just like bubble butt ass. Like there was bubbles all over her butt. I was like,
oh my
she was
God,
in a song too. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was very distraught. But yeah, no, I feel like I'm very glad that they did that. But they rolled that out before the tags because financially it was better for them. I want to know do you know what tags you're going to be using? Just if you want to share them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still going to be using the LGBTQIA tag, of course. I'm going to be using the gay tag right now. I still need to go through and like look at all of the tags and see what's there. I haven't gotten a chance. Work was a little busy today. So
do you think there's like a chaotic tag?
A chaos tag? Oh
there
my
should
gosh,
be a chaos
I hope
tag.
so.
Or like a hype tag.
So.
You know what? Let me tell you something, because you're also very high energy. How many times do they does someone come into your stream and go like, "How much caffeine have you had today? What drugs are you on?" Like, it's not. Have you never had that happen?
Not really, no.
Are you effing kidding me? I feel so singled out.
I'm so I mean, maybe, okay, I'll be real. A lot of people are misogynistic on Twitch as well. So, like, it's probably just like, why aren't you conforming to, like, what a woman should be doing on the internet? Like, that's probably what they're doing.
Actually,
but, like,
you're 100%. That, like, literally just hit me in the feels because I was like,
I'm so sorry.
No, it's true. That's actually, like, a really good point you brought up because that gets said to me every stream. Every single stream.
I'm so sorry.
Like a random person or someone who will come in from a raid and be like, "Oh my God, like calm down. Like, are you okay? How much coffee have you had? Can you share your drugs?" Every stream someone says that to me.
This is me.
Like, this is literally me. I try not to drink coffee because goddamn. It actually does the opposite. It sometimes makes me like calm. Isn't that weird?
Oh, for real. Oh, I actually have had that effect too. I drink coffee and like I like mellow out a little bit.
Me too. What does that mean about us? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll think about it.
It was misogyny all along. It really was. I guess that, and you know what? Honestly, from now on, when someone says that to me, I'm be like, "Oh, So what you're telling me is you got some misogyny inside you, because it really is.
You should call that shit out.
Call that shit. I have trouble.
Would you say this to a male streamer or a male
Clearly
presenting
not.
streamer? Like,
yeah. Well, like that was the other thing. I used to say, because like, what's his name? He's like a huge like tier 1 guy. He Tyler, LOL Tyler. He like screams all the time. He's like a League of Legends mostly streamer.
Oh no, I don't know who that is. No.
Okay, he like is like, he screams, right? And that's like his shtick. He screams more than you and I, and it's like his audio is meant to sound bad. Like it's sort of his shtick, so it sounds like it like reverberates in your ears. And no one has, that's like his whole personality, and no one's ever said that to him. So it's totally because it's
literally because like you don't conform to the one, you're not a white male on the internet screaming. So that's like one thing. Like, I mean, I'm a white male on the internet screaming, so no one's gonna say that to me. But like, I'm gay, and I have, I say gay things.
But gay things? Oh my God, can you get that on a shirt?
I wear wigs, and so people are like, oh my God. Like the troll comments that I get are like, you'll never be a real woman. I'm like,
when did you want to be a woman?
I was like, I'm not a woman. I'm a gay man wearing a wig. I didn't know that wigs were gendered.
Can you please make a t-shirt that says, I say gay things?
I say gay things.
Yes, I love that so much. But yeah, it's probably true. And you know what's funny is like, I feel like because, you have your own, as identifying as, gay, and you're outspoken as well, and you do very like animated things like I do. I feel like we sort of understand each other. But
yes, I 100% think we do.
I think it's so ingrained in me that people always think I'm like super loud and like, what the fuck is wrong with me? That I literally did not put 2 and 2 together, because it just happened since the first day I've ever streamed. So it didn't like click.
It's misogyny. It's misogyny. Down with the patriarchy. Down with it. Get it out of here.
Oh my God. I love that though. It's true. And I think that that's something I'm going to have to think about now.
Yeah.
It's like the science, because it's really interesting.
Drink some coffee and think about it.
I'm going to think about it because, the truth is that I feel like in a lot of ways, because I'm not a person of color, and because I don't necessarily identify as, I kind of do, but like I can't. I just don't know.
All on our own journey, Haley.
But the thing is, I'm always the person who's gonna fight for the people who are more disenfranchised or more like less heard. And I'm a white woman. I'm married, and I might be bi. I don't know. But like, the thing is that I don't want to step out in the light and be like, misogyny, but it's true. Like that maybe is something that I've dealt with, and I had no flipping idea that was going on all the time, every stream for 4 years straight.
Yeah, but you're allowed to call out things that make you feel uncomfortable, that cross your boundaries, all that stuff. You're allowed to do that 100%. Yeah. You're not invalidating anybody else's experience by calling that out on your own stream. You know what I mean? Like if somebody comes in and says that, like you can ban them quickly, you can do all that stuff, but like you're not further disenfranchising anybody. You're not doing anything like that just because you're being like, hey dude, you're being misogynistic because you wouldn't say this to another person.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't say this to a man.
Yeah, that's true. And I wonder if I'm going to give it a try next time. Ty, you've inspired me. Next time I'm going to be like, would you say this to a man?
I will fly to New York and yell at you.
I literally need you to, because I have a no spine. I have a huge amount of issue with like that being a thing. Only a bisexual identity. I'm trying. Jesus, it's hard because I feel like I'm not allowed because I'm married. Oh
my gosh. No, straight presenting relationships are totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. You can be bisexual and in a, I guess, hetero presenting relationship is what we should call it.
But we've been together for 14 years, Ty.
So?
I just feel like I'm not allowed. I don't know. It's
no,
an
you are
thing.
so allowed. You are so allowed and you are so valid. Feel free to live however you want to.
Okay,
you could
we don't
still,
have to talk
bisexual literally means like, hello. You married a man, but you also find women attractive.
And like, every day I rue the day I married a man. Like, what was I thinking?
Men, am I right?
And am I right? I feel so bad. Anywho, but no, we don't have to talk about me. But I think that like having these conversations openly and talking about all the things we just talked about are really important. Like, I think that that's what safe space means. Like, you talk about these things and you don't shy away from mental health discussions. And I think that's like a really important thing, especially during this time when like you started during the pandemic. And I feel like Twitch has completely changed too, in the face of Twitch in a way, because it's gotten so big and it's become very mainstream now because it's just everywhere. And I mean, I was literally talking to my post office lady today and she's like, oh my God, you're a Twitch streamer? Like, she's like 60. And I was like, damn, you know about Twitch? I was like, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. And I think it's just become part of the norm. So it's definitely important that your community and my community and communities like that and Sidequest in general, like things like that, exist in this world. And also I want to talk about how you do charities every month.
Yes, I do charities every single month.
Tell me about that. I want to hear everything.
Yeah, so it started in June, like last June when we did the Trevor Project. We raised like $500 for the Trevor Project and I was like, hell yes, I feel amazing. Like, this is great. I like, as I mentioned, I'm a software engineer. So I was like, I'm not trying to get money from Twitch or anything like that. Like, I know that like during COVID, like there's a lot of charities that are out there and are in need. So like, what can I do to help out those charities? And like, since I was able to figure out how to set up like the Trevor Project, I was like, okay, let me see if I can like help other charities too. We did the Bail Project. We did, oh my gosh, I can't even like think of it. I'm like completely blanking. Oh my gosh.
You've done so many.
We did so many different like charities. Even this month we're doing St. Jude, as you are. Hello, $40,000. Excuse me.
Shut
Can we talk about it?
No, we can't.
Okay.
It's not permitted. I can't talk about it.
You're like amazing like right now.
Like,
okay?
I cried in the parking lot of CVS. I can't talk about it.
Okay, we won't talk about it. We won't talk about it.
But you're killing it too. Sidequest is amazing. The whole team is doing great.
Oh, absolutely. It's unbelievable. Like over 120,000 right now. It's
bonkers.
Unbelievable.
Bonkers.
So I started doing charities every single month. I started with like my goal pretty low. I was doing like 500, and then I'd be like, I'm gonna try 600. And then I started getting, and then I was like, I'm gonna just put it at 1,000 and see what happens. And like, that's what I started doing. And I have consistently hit like over 1,000 like every single month, just because amazing. I just get like raids and it's like people are coming in. They're like, oh, I see you're doing charity. Like, let me just give to this organization. And like, I'm super happy about it. I make sure I do my research on like all of the organizations that I raise for, specifically like making sure, like I usually talk with my husband about this a lot, but trying to find charities that might not be the biggest organizations, but maybe the most need need the most funds at that time. So,
right.
I think that's important too.
Amazingly important, because like everyone knows about St. Jude, and St. Jude has this huge connection with Twitch, but I think what you're doing is so important. You're also focusing on smaller charities on a month by month basis, which is like amazing that you do that, and that so Twitch isn't you have a full-time job, so it's not your full income, so you're able to do those things, which is honestly like a dream come true, to be able to do charity and have fun and do those things and not worry about your bills. That's amazing. Like, friggin' yes. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. So do you know how much you've raised in total for the year that you've started?
The year that I've started, let me just open Tiltify really quickly.
I want to see it. I want to hear it.
Okay.
Because I think it's like redonkulous that you've only been streaming a year, and I want to hear.
Okay, so since I started raising last June, I've raised $18,000.
God, I'm looking at you. You're so amazing. That is amazing. Ty, I'm so happy for you. That is amazing. It's really...
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
It's crazy.
It's
freaking amazing.
Like, don't look at me.
No, I understand that feeling of... Because I think one of the things is that, Twitch has its issues. We've already talked about that. But Twitch is like an amazing place to cultivate people who genuinely want to help others. And I think more people I'm going to be my little optimistic self. More people on this platform want to help than hurt. And I think the people that want to hurt others, maybe their voices get magnified because they're buttholes, but way more people want to be kind and helpful and supportive. And I think that's really a testament to what your community is doing, which is you're raising money for charities every month, which is phenomenal. I actually want to ask you a question though, because I don't do charities every month because I think I'd die, but I actually wanted to ask you, like, do you ever get like fatigued from doing all the charity work, or is it something that just feels like very part of your stream? Or do you think it's because you don't have to rely on the income? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's because I don't have to rely on the income. I think that's a main reason why I might not get fatigued. But I also raising like so the way I like try to promote, donations and stuff like that is through like any donation over $5 will trigger a jump scare. And so since I'm always playing scary games, like it's always a good reaction. So if you love Meryl Streep, make sure you come and donate $5 because her scream from Big Little Lies will blast into my headphones.
Oh my God.
And so I think that is a huge thing. And so like always like not knowing when a jump scare like keeps it like, and always having jump scares on it sort of like keeps it like, oh, is one gonna happen soon? It's always like a guessing game for me. I think also because I'm doing a different charity every month, it keeps it fresh. Yeah. So like I have to do new research every month, figuring out, I get to learn about a new organization. I get to, raise money for this organization, figure out how much we raise, what will that do for that organization and all that stuff. So I think that's why it keeps it fresh in my mind. Keeps it,
new
keeps it
and
fun.
Exciting.
New. Yeah.
So queer women of esports had never had a fundraiser before, and you took part in when they just started as a nonprofit. What was that like?
Yeah, so I had we were looking for a charity of the month, and we were like, okay, let's do something for queer women. Let's do a women focus, because I think it was Women's History Month. So I was like, I want to do a women's focused organization. So me and my husband were like looking on Tiltify. I do all my charities through Tiltify. Looking on Tiltify, really trying to find one, and we saw queer women of esports pop up, and I was like, this is perfect. Like I also try to like more focus towards LGBTQIA like 2+ organizations. And so like queer women of esports, this is perfect. I'm gonna do this. So I set up my campaign. We started raising money, and I always tag them, like whichever organization I'm raising for, I tag them in like my going live tweets. And they like contacted me and they're like, you are literally the first person to raise. Like we launched on like Sunday or like Saturday.
That is so exciting.
And you are just raising for us. And like we ended up raising like, I think it was like it was over $1,000 for them, and they they were so wonderful. They sent me a sweatshirt. They they had me, or like I got to play with like one of the founders. I got to play some Dead by Daylight with them. It was so much fun.
1,500 Power Bottom says that is honestly like really, and they'll always remember you because you're like the first person to like take to it. Is really
they actually
fun.
Like contacted me for Pride Month, and
wow.
So maybe there might be an event coming.
Redacted. Well, honestly, I think that is sensational, and I know that I feel like watching you and getting to see how you do things, because I planned on only doing 7 days for the entire month, scattered for the month for St. Jude, and we ended up doing every day that I streamed. And
I'm so proud of you.
I'm honestly, babe, I'm like fatigued because I did not anticipate the butt clenching. I was not ready. I did not expect it. I literally did not know. So hearing how you look at it and how you kind of approach it really is helpful for me, because I also have things also might be included in you, but I can't talk to you about it yet because I'm not allowed. But there might be things that I'm going to present to Sidequesties, yes, that I've been working on. You will find out. I can't talk to you about it. I'm literally not allowed yet. But redacted for real. NDA redacted. I can't. But I feel like how you approach things and how you look at things is really important. And I love that that's how you kind of, go about it. And I think keeping it fresh is definitely fun. I love how you do your research first and stuff too.
It's important.
Yeah, to know what you're getting involved in too. I feel like that's really, really important. So that's amazing, and I like adore you to the
I
poop and moon.
adore you and your like cute butt, okay?
Stabby. No, you are honestly like one of, because listen, I'm not great with Discord. I say this all the time, and I sometimes feel like with Sidequest, it's very Discord heavy, how everyone stays in contact, and I always feel like I'm out of the loop, and I feel like everyone hates me, and I'm like,
My God, no one hates you.
But I always have felt so comfortable with you, and I've always felt like you are one of those people who like are just it's transparent, and I think that's where like I feel like that's where we bonded so easily, because I just say I have no filter and I'll say whatever I say, and if I don't vibe with you, I will be like, sorry, I don't feel the vibes. But with you, I just feel like, you know, you're authentic and you're genuine, and I just adore the ever-loving poop out of you.
I like literally you
Stop
are
it!
like one of my favorite people ever.
It's
Can we talk about it for a second? Like when
No.
I applied to SideQuest, I was like going through and like checking out the other team members and like seeing who was there. And like the first time I saw your stream was the Shrimp Bacon Club stream
God,
when you
no
found out that they
way!
were back.
No, that was the
And
first time you ever saw my stream.
that was my first time at your stream, and it was amazing. And that like made me love you so much. Like
That was like historic though, that moment in my life.
like I literally was there, and I was like watching, and I was like, my God, this is like the coolest shit in the world.
That is the funniest thing. Ty still talks about the Bacon Club. Literally always. I had no idea that was the first time you found my stream. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
That was historic.
Yeah.
That moment changed my life.
I literally like told like my husband about it. I was just like, you need to come watch this person. They are amazing. And they make me want to go to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh my God, I wish I lived near one. I do know that I will literally drive like an hour to my closest Cheesecake Factory just to get it.
Oh my God, the closest one to us is like 30 minutes away.
I will come. Don't make me fly all the way across the country. You don't think I will? Also, I want to ask you just some life questions. How is your new move? How are you settling in?
We are settling in. It's wonderful. All of the rooms, like everything's painted.
Oh, nice.
We have finally like cleaned up the one room that's just been like a storage room. And we're just sort of like, you know, settling in. We're like pretty much like 95% there.
Yeah, which is
like
a relief,
like
right?
unpacked, you know, that's where you stay for like 5 years and then you eventually get to 100, right?
Yeah,
right?
Eventually. I think something like that. Something like that. And also, okay, just
like,
out of my own curiosity, and you don't have to share this if you don't want to, but I have been dying to know, how did you and Powerbottom meet?
Okay, I will tell you.
Okay, I'm like, I literally want to ask this of you for like years,
We met on the internet. I was living in the suburbs of Chicago, and Powerbottom was living in Chicago. And so I swiped through quite a few people to find somebody that was living in Chicago. I was like 40 miles outside the city. And yeah, we met through the internet. We went on a date. It was interesting. That's a story for another time. I don't want that on a podcast, but
oh God, no, I have to know. Okay, you have to tell me another time, but like now you've piqued my interest.
Tell you another time. I don't want it on your podcast. I don't need it immortalized anywhere.
Okay, I can't wait. I love that. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so that's how you guys met. Okay, because I feel like you guys are literally the cutest, and I adore both of you so much, and I have like never like you guys are so like, can I just live in your cupboard, please?
Okay, literally, I have a bedroom.
No,
please just
cupboard.
Stay in the bedroom.
No,
you do not need to stay in a cupboard.
I want to sleep in your cupboard, and I will not accept. I want to be Harry Potter under the stairs. Okay, I'm not going to take the room. But seriously, no, you are amazing. I am so honored. Honestly, Ty, I didn't even look at what time we start. We could have been talking for an hour and a half. I have no idea. Literally don't know. But I'm gonna gauge that maybe we've talked for over an hour. But here's the thing. I love you so much. I am so honored that you took the time out tonight to come talk to me and share your story and have these important conversations. I adore you. I think you are so genuine and funny and caring and talented, and I'm so honored to be your teammate. I'm so excited to see what you're going to do because you kick all the butt in just a year? Like, how dare you? No, I don't. No, during the podcast, I do not get complimented. Only my co-caster. Them's the rules. Them's the rules.
I didn't sign that. What? No, show me the paperwork.
I love you so much. You have to come and we have to talk again. And I'm going to come live in your cupboard and drink wine with you, okay?
Okay, you have to drink wine in the cupboard, though. You can't leave the cupboard.
I won't leave the cupboard. I will, genuinely never come out. I'll just be the goblin that's like, more wine, sir, please. Like, I will not come out. Please,
more wine.
Please, more wine. And I'll just give me an IV of wine under your cupboard, okay?
God.
Like, I friggin' love you. And thank you for
I love you so much. Thank you so much
being
for
such a good
me.
friend.
Oh
Thank you so much.
You're so wonderful and so amazing. And I'm so happy that I was able to talk with you for this undisclosed amount of time because we don't know when we started.
I don't know when we started because I was so excited. I always leave a timer, and I was so excited to talk to you. I was so excited to talk to you, Ty, that I forgot to turn my alerts off. First time in 14 episodes. And I forgot to set a timer. That's how excited I was to talk to you.
The unprofessionalism.
Literally, I need to get fired. I already told you. Like, I'm quitting streaming every day. It's the last episode. It's the last time I'm going to do this. No, I love you so much. Yes to the cute wine goblin under my stairs. Okay, thank you so much, Ty. Is there anything else you want to share with us before we end the episode?
Nah, you can find me over at twitch.tv/Ty_screams. And then also this weekend, I'm in Scarathon. So if you would like to see me.
Yes, you're doing that? Oh my God.
Yes, I'm doing that. I will be live. I think it's 3 p.m. Eastern time over at Scarathon. 3 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. And I'll be playing some Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, God. Have fun with that game.
Yeah.
It's
gonna be so great. I can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm gonna watch you. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Coven Conversations. I am Poopa Chicks. This was my partner in crime, Ty Screams, and we'll see you next week. Thanks so much, Ty. Love you.
Love you too.